Hey guys, so I have got a story for you. Story. Right, so on Thursday afternoon, I got home and I was packing my suitcase because I knew I was going to spend the weekend away in Dubai. Now, bearing in mind that over here, things are so different. Like banks can contact you through WhatsApp, banks can contact you by text and by phone call, okay? So just bear that in mind. So I was finishing reading my Bible, funny enough, and I don't know if God was trying to just like teach me a lesson, but I was reading my Bible and I hadn't even finished the chapter and my phone rings and I went and picked it up, like just not even thinking. And on the phone was somebody who claimed to be from Emirates MBD Bank, which is the bank that I'm with. And they said to me, we noticed that you've changed your password in the past 2 days, which is correct. And we just need to authenticate some of the services on your account to make sure and verify that, you know, everything is still working perfectly fine. And I was like, okay, cool, that's fine. Because these phone calls are quite normal. They happen here quite often. And then this person says, oh, can you give me your username online? Now, it didn't click in my mind that on every banking letter I've ever gotten, any document, it always says, do not give your username or password for your online banking. But Rayma wasn't thinking, so I answered and I was like, yeah, this is my password. No, this is my username. So he took it and then he would put me on hold for quite some time, and then I got a message saying, oh, 3,000 has been deducted from your account. Did I actually put two and two together? No, I didn't. I continued to stay on the phone. This guy came back and said, oh, that didn't really work. Can you give that, I'm gonna send you a message and you're gonna have to just send me back the code that is sent to you by the message. I was like, okay, cool, you're still authenticating. Little did I know that this guy was stealing from me. Like I was being hacked and I was just there, just so completely naive. Oh my gosh, guys. Anyway, stayed on the line. No, this guy took 3,000. I said, okay. He now asked me the second time, I sent you another authentication code. Can you send it back to me? I sent it. Next thing I got a message, 3,000 deducted from my account. I thought, huh? So then I hung up the phone and I was just thinking, I was like, I don't know if maybe some of the payments that I'd made were being taken now, because I did make some payments. I think I booked a flight and things like that. And I was like, maybe the payments are only being deducted now and it's just a delayed response. But then like a couple minutes later, the bank called me, the actual Emirates MBD bank called me, and they're like, Raymond, are you in Abu Dhabi? I was like, no. And they're like, well, how come 6,000 just left your account? I was like, it didn't. That wasn't me. They were like, well, it seems that you have just been a victim of fraud. Somebody has hacked your online account. We need to block your credit card. We need to block your current account, everything. And we need to block your online banking. I said, hey? I said, what? I said, pardon? Me, a child of God. Me, a child of God. Me, a homie. I'm being hacked online when I finished reading my Bible. Bruh, guys, I literally just sat down and then I called the bank. So she hung up and then I had to call again. And I called another, I called another agent at the bank and I said, hello. And I started shouting. Like, I was so rude. I'm like, God forgive me, I was so rude. I was like, what kind of rubbish is this? In all the years that I lived in Ireland, I never got hacked. In all the years I lived in London, I never got hacked. Why is it that in this your country, this is what happens? There is no security, there's no confidence, there's this. Guys, I feel so bad because it's my own fault. Who answers the phone and just gives their whole life story on the phone? Oh, yes, take my username, take my password, take this. Oh my God. Like, I'm laughing about it now, but guys, it wasn't funny. So after I finished shouting, I went through like 3 stages. So I finished shouting at the lady on the phone, and I just sat down on my bed and I deeped it. Like, I was like, me, oh, I just got hacked. I started crying. You know those cries that will not leave you with red eyes and you'll have a headache. Like, I cried. I was like, Lord, this is supposed to be like my best weekend. Like, I'm supposed to go to Dubai and enjoy my life, live my best life. Yeah, do baby girl. I'm joking. But anyway, like, I just had so much planned for the weekend, and then this happened. I was like, oh my god, like, I sent a voice note to my friend crying. I was like, I'm not coming anymore. This is just rubbish. I hate this country. I want to go home. What is all this? Da, 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 da. My friend rang me. She was like, no, Raymond, do you know what? Like, it's better for you to come out with me, because if you stay at home, all you're going to do is just think about it and worry about it and stress about it. And unfortunately, there's actually nothing really more that you can do. You've contacted the bank has contacted the police. The bank and the police are going to work together to sort it out. They're going to get your money back. Don't worry, just come and have a good time, and like, it's just going to be a lot better for you. And to be honest, I'm so glad I did that. I listened to her, and I just thank God for Helen. Shout out to you if you're watching this video. You were just a rock. You were just an angel. You were a gem. So yeah, I listened to Helen, and I went to Dubai, and I had such a good time. Like, I really, really enjoyed myself, and I was so glad that I went. But I was just kind of freaked out at the beginning, and I was like, oh my goodness, like, how come this happens? But you have to think about it. Like, the Bible says that my people perish for lack of knowledge. Like, a lot of things will happen to you if you don't apply wisdom and knowledge to them. Just because you're a child of God, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be protected from every negative thing, because there are negative people in the world, unfortunately, and they are going to be able to impact your life sometimes. But it's just for you to look at situations and think about them positively. And when I sat down with Helen and we were talking, she just told me, she was like, you know what, it's better that it happened now, so that later on you don't need to experience this again. You know, this is your first salary in the past 2 months. And yes, it was a really painful experience, because I mean, you've been waiting for this for such a long time, and then this happens. But it's better that it happened now than it happened, you know, a year later, when maybe they could take more money or access a lot more money from you. And also, it's a learning curve. You know, now you've definitely learned your lesson. Do not give your information online or on the phone or to anyone unless you're really 100% sure that it's necessary, you know. But yeah, I just wanted to share this story because I didn't want people to think that like, living in Dubai is just, you know, this fairy tale dream. No, bad things happen here, and this is a perfect example of how bad things happen. But even though I had like a negative start to the weekend, I actually still had a really, really great time when I went to Dubai, and I'm so glad that I went. And I just wanted to kind of tell this to people, that it's your attitude that matters. Anytime something negative happens, it's kind of what you choose to do with what happens, with the experience, okay? So yes, I hated the fact that somebody's able to access my account, but everything is being sorted now. It's being dealt with, and moping around, sitting around crying would not have helped the situation whatsoever. But me having a good time with my friend helped me see the brighter side of things. You know, it's not always easy to find the brighter side, but there always is a bright side, as long as you choose to look for it, as long as you choose to change your attitude towards the situation. So that is all I wanted to say. I really just wanted to make this random video. Like, this is what, 7 o'clock at night, so there's barely any light, and you probably can barely see me right now, but lighting doesn't always matter. Sometimes it's just the message that needs to come through, guys. But yeah, if you do go through anything negative, this situation has really, really just taught me that you need to look at things differently. Just try your best to always look at things from the brighter side, and believe with your heart that all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord. And in this situation, I know that it worked out for my good, because I've learned from it. You know, this is a lesson in life. So yeah, that's my story. But yeah, Dubai is still wonderful. Don't think that it's a horrible place. But I just want you to know that it's not all just fun and games out here. Bad things do happen. So if you are coming to Dubai or anything, please, please, please be careful, and don't take for granted the fact that this country is supposed to be one of the safest on earth. I think I took that for granted a little bit, and I was just kind of getting too complacent. I would leave my phone, leave my cards lying around, because I'm like, oh, this place is so safe. You know, they can't commit any crimes because they're really strict with the law. But actually, still be careful. Still, you know, mind yourself, mind your business, hold on to your information. That is important. Don't just share it with anyone. But yeah, that's my lesson that I've learned today. But yeah, thanks for listening. If you have any comments or any more advice for me, because I clearly need some more advice in life in general. But yeah, thank you for listening to my sad story that ended up as a happy story because my attitude changed. Yeah, don't forget to heed the calling. Bye.